Episode 14, Gender Bender. Scully and Mulder get called into a case where someone was murdered in a hotel room. Sounds normal, right? But the problem is that one person walked in to kill him, and a different man walked out. There are almost no leads, but there are traces of some kind of clay and scratch marks on the dead man's body, and as it turns out, that clay only exists in a specific Amish community in Massachusetts. So Scully and Mulder pack up and go to see this community. When they get there, they almost immediately see a pack of the Amish folk walking around town. Scully goes to talk to one of them and he rubs her hand. Real fucking creepily. But for some reason it gets her really hot and bothered. The Amish pack ride away and Scully and Mulder follow them back to their community. They have dinner with them and it goes pretty...
Your world does not interest us. We have no need for your violence or your questions.
Well... So after dinner, they tell them to fuck off back to town, but because Mulder's Mulder, he runs back in to spy on them, and Scully follows him because, well, why the fuck not? What else is she gonna do? He watches some kind of ritual they do where they slather a dead person in jelly and put them in a hole in the wall. It's kinda weird, but when you hear what happens at the end, you'll understand. While Mulder's doing that, Scully's in the house talking to the hand rubber. He tells her that he knows who the killer is, and apparently it was his old friend who just loved fucking and left the community to pursue his passion. He also says the community is eventually going to get him back, and he tries to bone Scully, but Mulder comes in and cock-blocks him. Shortly after that, Scully and Mulder finally get caught and are forced to leave. Now with the knowledge of who the person is, they hear about a very similar case happening at a nightclub, so they go to get the bastard. Scully almost catches the suspect, but uh-oh, the Amish get there first. Thinking that they have nowhere to hide, the FBI goes to the community to get the killer, but when they get there, everyone's gone, and there's a big crop circle out in the field, heavily implying that the Amish folk were shape-shifting aliens! I hate and love this twist at the same time. I don't know, maybe it's not right to call it a twist because they did hint at it throughout the episode, but I still think it's just fucking stupid. Why does it need to be aliens? They were just creepy Amish folk. That's just unnecessary. It didn't need to be aliens. It doesn't ruin the episode for me, but at the end I still was kind of like, wow, that's fucking stupid. I will say this episode is really, really fucking good. Up until that final point, which kind of turns it from a great episode to a good episode. I would say if you have some time, give it a watch, but just brace yourself for that ending. It's fucking pointless!